Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, not son, baby. And this is another episode of Swingers After Dark. You know, family, I was doing some thinking. I was doing some reflecting. And, I come to realize that, sometimes, well, not even sometimes, most of the times, you can't make yourself too accessible to people. You feel me? And I say that to say, sometimes I unplug from the matrix called social media. All the social media sites that's out there. Sometimes I take a break because it could be very overwhelming. It could be a little bit too much for your brain to download, and it's too much stimulus for the mind that, you kind of lose. It's like you kind of lose the essence of who you are as a person. You feel me? Because your brain is downloading too many things that you probably forget something that's important and special to you just because you're downloading filth in your mind. Or it doesn't even have to be filth. It could be any miscellaneous information that you receive from social media. And sometimes, you got to slow down to speed up. You understand me? And, there's nothing wrong with taking a break from everything. There's nothing wrong with stepping away from something that may be addictive or something that makes you happy, because you got to appreciate some things once you take a step away from what makes you happy, from what you may enjoy, from what brings entertainment to your life. And, you can't make yourself accessible because people may take you for granted. When you make yourself too accessible, you become an everyday person. You become the everyday person that they see. You understand me? It's like how people, they love their celebrities. They love their celebrities because the celebrities are hard to reach. They're hard to get. You understand me? They're not easy to contact. Yeah, you can hit them up on social media, but who's to say they're going to answer the inboxes and DMs? And if somebody does answer the inbox and DMs, 9.9999999 out of 10 times, it's the damn publicist. You understand me? So sometimes you got to treat yourself like you're a celebrity. That's not to say that you're better than somebody. That's not to say you're regal, you're aristocratic. You got to make people miss you sometimes, to appreciate you, to adore you, because familiarity breeds contempt. That quote is from Aesop Fable. And what that means is that, people in your hometown, in your family, or in your social circles may not appreciate you when they see you too much. You become a habit. You don't want to become a habit. You know what I'm saying? You want people to say, where have you been? Where have you been this whole time? Instead of them saying, why are you still here? Why you're here? You feel me? You want people to appreciate your presence. You want people to enjoy every second, or look forward to every second they see you, because they know they're not going to see you again for a long time, rather. You understand me? It's like, people think that they know you once they see you so often. They think they know you, so they're going to prejudge you or come with this preconceived notion that's contrary to who you are as a person. So sometimes you got to remove yourself from your respective community or communities and focus on yourself and make sure that you're the better version that you can be. You understand me? You don't want to get to the point where, not only you don't want to become a habit, but people could easily reach you. And they'll take you for granted, and not only they'll take you for granted, but they may take advantage of your presence. They may ask you for certain favors, want you to do this, want you to do that, and it's like, you got to realize that, what makes the sun special, the sun and the sky, what makes the sun and the sky special is that you can't reach it. You can see it, but you can't reach it. You understand me? It's like you can't throw rocks at the sun and hit the sun. You understand me? You can't throw the rocks at the sun and expect that rock to reach. So it becomes special. And you only see the sun, unless you live in Alaska, you only see the sun like, how many hours? From 6 to 8. if you're in the summer. And if you're in the winter, you'll probably see the sun from, from 7 to 4. But it's like you appreciate the sun when it rains, because you're not going to see the sun as often. You appreciate something when you don't see it as often. When it rains, you appreciate the sun because it's something different. You understand me? It's something different. You don't take it for granted. It's like, I remember an associate of mine had visited me from Texas to New York City. And she was happy to see a piece of snow, like a block of snow. We had a blizzard the day before she came to see me, and the streets and sidewalks had pretty much cleared. But she was so damn excited to see a block of snow. Why? Because she doesn't see that in Texas. It's so hot in Texas that you appreciate something like a block of snow in another city that has 4 seasons. You understand me? And that goes back to my monologue when I said something about celebrities. You fantasize about that celebrity because you're not going to see that celebrity in person 9.99999 out of the 10 times. You're not going to see that celebrity to greet that celebrity, to shake that celebrity's hand, to talk to that celebrity, and might even have sex with that celebrity that you have in your mind. But if you saw that celebrity on an everyday basis, it'd be like, that's just John. Like, that celebrity on a first name basis. Or that's just Patty. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a, when you see that person on a big screen. But when you see that person every damn day, it's like, you treating that person like the everyday Joe and Jane. And like I said before, to separate yourself from the ordinary, you have to be extraordinary. Put that extra in for the ordinary, so you can't make yourself too accessible. You have to make people miss you in any social setting. You feel me? Even at the job, it's like when you go on break, not even go on break, when you go like on a vacation and your coworkers see you, they may be happy to see you unless they don't like you. But you know what I'm getting at. For the most part, it's like, ooh, where you been? Ooh, I love your tan. Ooh, I love your hairstyle. Where have you been? Tell me more. Where did you go? You feel me? It could be like a 1 week vacation. And when you come back from that vacation, everybody are enamored about, your adventures. They want to see what you're up to. Not to be nosy, but just to see, so you could tell them stories that may excite them. You coming back with value. You understand me? So, to reiterate the theme of this podcast, the message of this podcast, don't make yourself too accessible. You don't want to become a habit. And, like, people love mystery. You don't want to lose the mystique about you. You have to keep an air of mystery that would keep people guessing. You don't want people to figure you out, because when people figure you out, you become a bore to them. You know what I'm saying? You become boring. You're not exciting anymore. You're not that superstar anymore. That's why people crowd around to see the solar eclipse or the lunar eclipse, because you're going to see it like what? Once every hundreds of years or thousands of years. It's like, how often do you see something like that? That's why people, crowd around with their shades, or they have new cast, like, breaking news about saying something like the solar eclipse or the lunar eclipse, because you're not going to see it unless, you could live for another 500 to 1,000 years. But you get what I'm saying. So, sometimes you got to remove yourself from the social setting for people to appreciate you. You don't have to die for people to worship you. It's like how celebrities, or even the everyday person, when they pass away, when they die, people celebrate them in death, but they ignore them when they're alive. And to me, that's back ass words. You know what I'm saying? Not ass backwards. That's back ass words. You're gonna appreciate that person when that person is dead, but you don't appreciate that person when he or she is alive, it's like you should give that person flowers when they could smell them, when they can inhale them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't have to die for people to appreciate you. You know, you could like die metaphorically by leaving a situation, leaving a community, leaving whatever, and coming back. And they'll be happy to see you, or they'd be like, oh, snap. Or they'd be like, damn, where you been? Like, I haven't seen you in a minute. Yo, son, I haven't seen you in a minute. Yo, where you been? Like, shit like that. But if they see you every day, it's like, hey, what's up? Like that, yo, son, turns into, hey, what's up? You understand where I'm coming from? It's like people give you funeral love when you pass away. Because they know they're not going to see you again. So that's why people remember all the good things, all the good times, all the bad times. And they feel guilty about the bad things that they had said or done to you. They remember that and they feel guilty because there's no coming back from death. You understand me? And even if they did not say anything bad or had done anything bad to you, they'll remember the good times because they know that they're not going to get it back from you. All they have is memories. But you don't have to go to the extreme for people to appreciate you. All you have to do is not be too damn accessible. Be a mystery. Play peekaboo. It's like peekaboo. Now you see me, now you don't. You understand me? You have to give people sips. Don't give people gulps. Don't give people the whole picture of water. Give them sips, because if they drink the whole pitcher of water, then there's nothing to look forward to. They're full. They don't want any more. But if you're going to give them sips, then they're going to thirst for more. You feel me? So you have to give them sips, not the whole picture of water, not the whole glass. You understand me? And that's how you keep your mystique. You feel me? And that's how you separate yourself from the ordinary, because you are extraordinary. And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark, and this is your host, Not Sun, baby. Check out my website at www.notsunblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, You, Me, Us, Them. The Swinger Manifesto is on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. It'll make you say, na, 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 ow. And hit me up on social media, Author Not Sun. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. And just shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com, and shoot me with any questions and or concerns that you may have. You dig? And on that note, until next time, family, peace. You know.